On a cold morning, you zip up your jacket, close your backpack, maybe pull up the zipper on your jeans, and leave without thinking about any of it. But look closely at the tiny metal tab between your fingers. On many zippers, you will find 3 quiet letters, YKK. They are easy to miss until you notice them once, then they seem to appear everywhere, on coats, bags, tints, uniforms, even expensive fashion pieces. So how did one company become so deeply woven into something as ordinary as a zipper? To understand that, we need to return to a time when zippers were not yet something people could trust. Let's get into it right here on Secrets of Simple Things. When zippers were not so trustworthy, a zipper looks simple from the outside. One pull and 2 rows of teeth become one clean line. But that small motion depends on several parts behaving perfectly together. The teeth must meet in order. The slider has to guide them at the right angle. The fabric tape has to hold everything in place. When one detail slips, the whole thing turns annoying fast. A zipper can jam halfway up a jacket, split open after you thought it was closed, lose a tooth, snap its pull tab, or tear away from the fabric. For the person wearing it, that is frustrating. For a clothing brand, it is worse. A beautiful coat can feel cheap the moment the zipper fails. Customers do not blame the supplier, they blame the product. At scale, that means returns, complaints, and lost trust. This tiny part does not need to stand out. It just needs to work. And in that gap, a Japanese entrepreneur saw an opportunity. Tadao Yoshida and the promise of a better fastener. In 1934, Tadao Yoshida founded a small fastener company in Japan, the business that would later become YKK. The important part is how he thought about them. To most people, a zipper was a strip of metal teeth attached to fabric. To Yoshida, it was a promise. If someone pulled it up, it should move smoothly, quietly, and without turning a simple moment into a small fight. This thinking became part of YKK's philosophy, often called the cycle of goodness. The idea that a business only prospers by creating real benefit for others. In everyday language, that means making something useful enough that people can depend on it again and again. But a good philosophy was not enough. The harder question was this: how do you make one zipper feel smooth and reliable not once, but millions of times? A zipper is simple only, from the outside. Look closer, and a zipper becomes more than a line of teeth. It is a tiny mechanical system made of the teeth, fabric tape, slider, stops, and pull tab. When you pull the tab, the slider does something surprisingly precise. It guides 2 separate rows of teeth into position, presses them together at the right angle, and locks them into one connected chain. Imagine a tiny train of metal or plastic pieces, each one needing to line up with the next without hesitation. If one tooth is shaped poorly, if the tape stretches too much, or if the slider is slightly off, the smooth motion disappears. The zipper jams, splits, catches fabric, or refuses to close. Nothing looks dramatic from the outside. There is no engine, no screen, no complicated button. But the tolerance is unforgiving. So the challenge was never just making zippers. It was making a small mechanical promise repeat perfectly at scale. And when tiny errors can ruin the whole motion, the best way to reduce them is to control the process that creates them. Our vertical integration, told simply. Many companies build products by collecting parts from different places. One supplier provides the metal, another provides the fabric tape. A different company makes the machines, another factory handles assembly. That system can be cheaper to set up, but it also creates more places where something can go wrong. YKK chose the harder path. It did not focus only on the zipper you see. It focused on the system behind it. Over time, the company developed its own machines, refined its own materials, and controlled many steps that turn raw inputs into a finished fastener. The point was not to do everything in-house just to look impressive. The point was to reduce variables. A tooth that is a little off, a slider that grips too tightly, a dyeing process that weakens the tape, or a machine that cuts unevenly can all become a failure later. When you control the machine that makes the zipper, you control even the smallest errors before they reach the person using it. The tests behind the smooth pull. Consistency does not come from a clean factory alone. It has to be tested. A zipper may spend its life being pulled in a hurry, bent around a packed suitcase, scraped against fabric, soaked by rain, or frozen on a winter jacket. So it has to survive more than a gentle demonstration. YKK tests fasteners under stress, pulling, twisting, exposing them to heat, cold, and moisture. These tests are not flashy, but they reveal what matters. Will the teeth still hold? Will the slider still glide? Will the tape stay strong after repeated use? Before a zipper becomes ordinary in your hand, it has gone through small punishments designed to catch failure early. In clothing, preventing those failures is not just engineering, it is money, reputation, and trust. The few cents that are not worth saving. For a clothing brand, a zipper is usually a tiny part of the total cost. Compared with fabric, design, labor, shipping, and marketing, it can look almost too small to worry about. That is why saving a few cents there can be tempting. But in manufacturing, cheap does not always mean cheaper. A weak zipper can create costs that never appear on the original invoice. Returned products, replacement requests, customer service time, bad reviews, and damaged reputation. The customer does not see the sourcing decision behind the product. They only see the jacket that no longer closes or the backpack that no longer works. That is why YKK became useful to brands. It reduced a hidden risk. A zipper may be one of the smallest parts of a garment, but it can decide whether the whole product feels dependable. At scale, reliability is not just a nice detail, it is a business decision. How YKK became invisible trust. Once enough brands chose YKK, its advantage became bigger than the zipper itself. Designers got used to specifying it, factories got used to sewing it in. Production teams understood how it behaved on machines, how it handled repeated pulls, and how it fit into their quality checks. That familiarity matters. In a factory, changing one small component can mean new samples, new tests, new adjustments, and new problems to solve. A different zipper may look similar, but it still brings uncertainty into a system that already works. So YKK became more than a supplier, it became a default setting. Not because every customer demanded it by name, but because the people making the products knew what to expect from it. That is a quiet form of power. When a company becomes the choice, people keep making because changing feels riskier than staying. Billions of small parts, same promise. Making one good zipper is difficult. Making millions of them feel nearly the same is a different problem. This is where scale matters. A zipper can be made in one country, sewn into a product in another, shipped somewhere else, and used by someone who will never think about any of those steps. The motion still has to feel familiar. The slider should glide. The teeth should hold. The tape should stay firm after repeated use. For a global supplier, the challenge is not only production volume, it is repetition with discipline. The same small part has to meet the same expectation across different factories, materials, climates, and product types. That is why YKK's scale is not just about making huge numbers of zippers, It is about making a tiny movement feel standardized across the world. Now the same logic in bigger things. YKK's thinking did not stay inside clothing. The company also became known for architectural products such as aluminum window frames, doors, and curtain walls. That may sound far away from the zipper on your jacket, but the logic is similar. Whether it is a fastener on a backpack or a frame holding glass on a building, the hidden parts still have to be precise, durable, and consistent. Materials matter, machines matter, process matters, the object changes. The principle stays the same. When a small part carries real responsibility, control over details becomes everything. The best small things disappear. The most interesting thing about a good zipper is that it almost disappears. You pull it, it moves, and your attention goes somewhere else. That is true for many simple things around us. A door hinge, a button, a shoelace, a screw hidden under a table. They do not ask to be admired. They simply make daily life smoother. When they work, they become part of the rhythm. Pull, close, tie, turn, open, and keep moving. This is why small objects can be so easy to underestimate. Their success is quiet. They do not change your day by making themselves visible. They change it by removing friction. Some inventions do not improve life by adding drama. They improve it by staying out of the way. The tiny brand holding things together. So the next time you zip up your jacket, take a second to look at those tiny letters. YKK is not just a mark on a pull tab. It is a reminder that precision, patience, and trust can be built into something almost too small to notice. A zipper may be tiny, but it helps keep jackets closed, bags secure, suitcases shut, tents sealed, and protective gear ready when it matters. Behind that small pull tab is a quiet lesson. The simplest things in our lives often depend on systems we never see. And if you enjoyed this story, subscribe to Of Simple Things for more stories hidden inside the objects we use every day. Because sometimes the smallest details are not just details, they are the quiet systems keeping our world moving.